Saturday, April 4th, 2026, out here in Rapid City, South Dakota. Now, in April, South Dakota, probably they would say it's the road less traveled. However, in the summertime, which is coming up pretty soon, between May through September, millions of Americans and outside the country will come see one of our country's national treasures. Those things, I guess maybe because I'm from the East Coast, not too many people see it from where I'm at since it's so far to get here. And that includes me. This is my first time ever in South Dakota. For me, the 45th state I've been able to visit. So I invite you to check out what I'm about to see, and hopefully you'll get to see this as well. This is technically my second time going. Since 2 days ago I went. I'll give you a hint. Check out this visual when I took the picture. Yeah. If that doesn't help you out, it didn't help me out much either, because I didn't see anything of it thanks to the fog. But thanks to this beautiful day once again, right after the snow showers, I'm finally going to be able to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mount Rushmore, and then to Crazy Horse. Here we go. This is the town that is adjacent to Rapid City, and Keystone is the location of where the beautiful monuments of South Dakota are located. And here's a town behind me. What a glorious day. Wow! Wow! Loving it! The parking lot is empty. I'm so happy I came here. I can't even imagine May. It is probably like insanity, as they told me. And I'm just driving right in the parking space like I'm VIP. Like, man, this is like I have a place to myself. Love it. Love it. Totally so happy I came in April. This is really nice. Oh man, I love that. It's cool. This is very cool. For the mere fact that I've never seen anything like this. Like the pictures, but I mean, on a mountain. This was created so many years ago. It's still very impressive to look at in person, even with all the pictures you've seen. And if you haven't seen it, then I'm more than happy to show it to you in person through this video. Like, that is awesome. That is awesome. Look at that. There it is. These are all the flags of the U.S. states and territories, including our nation's capital. So that comes to 56 flags. All these complement to this. Oh man, this is so cool for me. And it would be cool for you, whoever sees this, as you step foot at the Grand View Terrace. And here's a view from back here. So I'm good. This is so nice, so enjoyable. Let's take another look now that I'm closer up at the viewpoint right ahead of me. Look at that. This is a presidential trail, so see about that. But from here, very rewarding experience, as I mentioned. theater down here. I assume a bit more activity during the summer months, but it's a nice setup, I'll tell you that. You got that right over looking you. Pretty impressive. Verify who this is. George Washington, the first president, right there. Next to him, Thomas Jefferson, third president. We go over to Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president, and then Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president. All incredible icons of leadership of the United States of America. The Presidential Drill, Visitor Center. Behind me, another view of the amphitheater. Okay, now let's go to the Visitor Center. So here's some things I don't know. First, obviously, George Washington was chosen because he's the first president of our country. Thomas Jefferson, because he signed a Declaration of Independence and expanded the U.S. territory. But what's interesting with Jefferson is that he was actually supposed to be to the left of Washington. For Teddy Roosevelt, the architect Borglum actually knew him personally and admired him. He was responsible for the Panama Canal and for the Russo-Japanese War peace treaty he made. He won the Nobel Peace Prize, so that's why he was put up here. And really impressive, which is one of my favorite things with the statues, how he was able to make the eyeglasses. And Lincoln was chosen for the Emancipation Proclamation and saving the country after the Civil War, which ended.
Rushmore, it was called the Six Grandfathers. And that was an important part of our culture and how we connected to this place.
Robinson sent a letter to Borglum, offering the artist the chance to create a heroic sculpture in the Black Hills.
Immediately, Borglum recognized the potential of this idea. His exact words were, "Great scheme you have, hold to it."
Accompanied by his 11-year-old son, Lincoln, they traveled to the Black Hills in search of the perfect location to realize Robinson's vision. Finding inspiration from the Statue of Liberty and the ancient Greek Parthenon, Borglum imagined the figures of great American presidents carved into a vast mountain. Driller Don Clifford remembers,
"Well, the first time I went over the mountain, I was scared to death. I looked down and I was scared. What? You got used to it. I mean, it's just like anything that's new. After you do it, you get used to it, and that's your job."
The original was designed to have Jefferson's head on the left, and it was starting to be carved that way.
And then about a year and a half into the carving, they realized the rock was not going to hold and Jefferson had to be moved.
Borglum then ends up blasting Jefferson off the hillside to relocate him.
Can you imagine how heartbreaking it must have been to take the jackhammers and dynamite and totally remove all of that hard work? They had to rearrange the mountain entirely.
The scale model shows the presidents to their waist. But as they sculpted down the face of the mountain, it's realized that they can't carve it because the granite gives way to a darker band of rock called mica schist, and mica schist is not carvable on a large scale.
Lincoln Borglum made the final refinements and declared the mountain finished. Years later, when asked about adding additional figures, he stated, "It isn't possible. All the granite suitable for carving a colossal head has been used."
Learned some interesting things in there, including the fact that this was started in 1927 and continued until 1941. So 14 years, 90% of this was done by dynamite, which they didn't want to do because once you dynamite something, you can't bring it back. But they had to work around it, and they did. one hell of a job, I'll put it that way. Considering they initially wanted to just do drilling, which was only 10%, of course, of the remainder. So when they completed 1941, they're supposed to be like the lower half that I knew about, but actually, I always thought that was something that was unfinished, but in reality, it was just not practical because the granite wouldn't hold the body. So what I thought was unfinished is really what is finished. This is it. There's no plans to change anything, as it wouldn't be necessary and would only cause more damage to the natural rock. Very cool. But the presidential trail is now open. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Sculpture. You can see how the body, especially George Washington, from this glare of the sun, but that's how it was supposed to look like. Pretty cool view. Right from here. Let's see what's up. And got some nice stuff over at the gift shop. So, with that being said, on to Crazy Horse. What a view. Man, oh man, oh man. You are a beaut. We'll go to Crazy Horse next. As we make our way to the next beautiful work in progress, adventure awaits. Mount Rushmore has pretty much solidified itself. Hence why I guess it's more iconic for the time being. I think Crazy Horse is, from what I understand, is going to be something that rivals it, with friendly rivalry, I guess, but it's not complete, so that's part of the reason why I don't hear about it as much. But with the head and the finger, and I'm here in South Dakota, I'll take it. I'm pretty certain I won't be disappointed with what I see so far. Onwards and upwards. Is when the finger was created. are where my dad lie buried.
Chief Henry Standing Bear wrote these words in a letter to sculptor Korczak Jolkowski in 1939. Opening the doors to a partnership and friendship, Korczak promised that the mountain carving would be the focal point of a vast cultural and educational humanitarian project.
To carve a mountain to a race of people that once lived here for maybe 150,000 years? What an honor. A little Polish young boy from Boston. What an honor.
And the elders knew who they wanted to be the subject of the carving: the Lakota warrior Crazy Horse. In 1876, Crazy Horse led a band of Lakota warriors against Custer's 7th U.S. Cavalry Regiment. At the time, it was called the Battle of Little Bighorn, or Custer's Last Stand. Some Native Americans call it the Battle of the Greasy Grass. Many Native Americans look on that battle as a victory over a much larger force. After the battle, the U.S. government rounded up Northern Plains tribes that resisted. Crazy Horse continued to resist, and in 1877, under a flag of truce, Crazy Horse went to Fort Robinson, Nebraska. Negotiations broke down, possibly because of incorrect translations. As Crazy Horse was escorted to jail, he struggled and drew his knife, and his friend, Little Big Man, tried to restrain him. It's recorded that an infantry guard made a lunge with a bayonet and mortally wounded the great warrior. His parents transported him to his resting place, and the exact location is said to be a secret to this day. He and Chief Standing Bear chose the 600-foot mountain that would be carved. At first, he planned to carve just the first 100 feet, but the two men decided that the entire mountain would be needed to tell the story. The finished sculpture would be 563 feet high and 641 feet long. With that decision, Korczak knew he wouldn't live to see Crazy Horse completed. Korczak passed away October 20th, 1982. The Indian's head emerged from the rock in the decade 1988 to 1998. Crazy Horse's head is 87 feet 6 inches high. Its dedication revealed the first finished work on the mountain. With a blast near Crazy Horse's left index finger that day, the focus of the work transitioned to the much larger task of blocking out the 219-foot horse's head. The outstretched left arm is 243 feet long. Crazy Horse's hand is 33 feet high. Over the next decade, work continued blasting out a series of benches, removing the millions of tons of rock from in front of the massive horses.
And look at this, and an even more impressive sculpture. Give an idea what this will look like. Eventually, one day, maybe I'll come back and I'll see it completed as it has been intended. But it's going to take a bit. They're taking their time. Back in where we initially started. So, to get an extra special bonus experience, let me show you what happens when the sun goes down over Mount Rushmore. It looks like this. But anyway, that concludes a wonderful, beautiful time out here in the Black Hills forest area of South Dakota. If you're gonna come out to South Dakota, this is why you gotta be here. And I definitely was very happy, glad I came. Absolutely met and exceeded expectations. Really, like I said, just feel like bucket list, check that off. So thanks for watching on behalf of myself and some of the great leaders of our country of the past that have helped shape the United States of America. So check it out. If anything, I'm glad if this video gave you a nice insight of what's over here in Keystone and surrounding areas of the Black Hills Forest.